Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Negative Alpha Bravo. And this is 7 November Golf. Roger, request you check your Romeo side. I'll go ahead and check my Tango side. 7 November Golf out. November 8-5, and 8-5, 7 November, say again. 7 November, go. I copied a while ago, 1 Charlie transmission that my can use November, go. 1 Charlie, and 8-5, this is 7 November, Charlie. Now 1 Charlie, 7 November, go.
This is 1 Charlie, reference to your last, you're Brandon 158, extra 5 o'clock, 1200 between teams, that's local. Also request your unit take inbound message to see if we can try to get Whiskey 9 and 8 for pause with the playground.
And this is 7 November, Roger, stand by.
Got that.
Got it? Alright. And all units, this is 7 November Golf. My unit Alpha, Echo, X-ray Alpha, Alpha in there.
One Charlie, Alpha Bravo.
Yeah, I never took a dip. I forgot to take a dip.
Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Whiskey 9, Yankee, 7 November Golf, over. Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Whiskey 9, Yankee, 7 November Golf, over. Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Negative Alpha Bravo. And this is 7 November Golf. Roger, request you check your Romeo side. I'll go ahead and check my Tango side. 7 November Golf out. November 8-5, and 8-5, 7 November, say again. 7 November, go.
Okay. Hi, welcome to another live stream on the CIVDIV. All right. Kind of got a headache right now, but we're good. I'm going to DoorDash a chocolate milkshake to myself. So when it gets here, I'm going to grab it and we can get this thing rolling. All right. If you have questions on VA disability benefits, preferably VA disability compensation, but it could be any benefit, really. Throw them in the chat. If there's no questions, there's no live stream. Okay. No questions, no live stream. So here we go. Buddy Light. What's up, dude? How's it going? Thank you for joining the stream. I definitely appreciate it. All right. Oh, I'm not too good at this. Okay. But like, subscribe, share the live, do all the stuff. I would definitely appreciate it. Annette. Hi, Annette. I hope things are going great for you. Okay. And your VA claim situation. What's up? Imperium, hello. Ooh, member too. Thank you for being a member. The pinned chat on YouTube will have a Discord link. Everyone can join the Discord. Members specifically will have member-only access. You get to talk to a retired VA rater. Ask him all the questions you want, right? It's paid for. I pay him to do that. So please join as a member, link your account, ask that man some questions, okay? He's hands down one of the most knowledgeable dudes I know when it comes to VA. All right. Gary Shreve, sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. Good evening. How's it going, Gary? Thank you for being a member. Appreciate that. Mark Thomas. Hello. All right. Manny Velez, currently trying to get a Nexus letter, but they want to know what caused it. But when I was in the military, I was denied MRIs, which caused my back. That's just a weird wording there. They want to know what caused it. Well, they need to know. That's like they're going to give an opinion on the cause, okay? And so it depends what we're talking about here. I would want to know who you're talking to. I would prefer American medical experts. They do a free consultation. Give them a call if you don't like what you hear. Don't go through with it. If you do, go through with it. So, Selena Williams, hello everyone. Let's get our first question. Here we go. Your tribal chief first question. My previous denial of sleep apnea was denied. Now on a secondary with strong nexus and literature. Can't wait for my CMP exam, baby. I did it all myself. Hey, congrats. Literature doesn't really like everyone thinks literature is like the bee's knees, which it is. Just depends on who it comes from, right? So like if we submit literature, it's nothing. But if it's backed by a strong nexus letter, that's good. Okay. The nexus is only as good as your evidence. And I want that to be clear. So if you got the evidence, solid. What type of evidence do I need to give them? I don't have anything besides the x-ray showing my hips. Yeah, you want to submit anything and everything you have in support of that claim, especially if you're going the nexus letter route. Like, let's say I'm using American medical experts. I'm sending my VA medical records. I'm sending them my in-service treatment records, my C file if I have it. That's really like the golden ticket there. That's what I would do. All right, that's my pinned comment. My wife texted me. Hold on. I have to. Oh, dang it. Okay, I haven't DoorDashed my chocolate milkshake yet. Let me do that. Let me get some dinner too. If you're wondering why I'm streaming tonight, it's because my wife's not here with the kids, so I can do what I want. But let me get some Arby's. I want Arby's, dude. I don't know why I want Arby's. I just know I want Arby's. Let me do this, and then we'll get back to answering questions. Double beef and cheddar, by the way, is going to be my dinner tonight. I should have totally done this prior to the stream. So I apologize on that one. Let me just tell you my order since we're here. Double beef and cheddar, mozzarella sticks, a Coke that I'm probably not going to drink, and I'm definitely getting a chocolate shake. Regular, don't need a large. Let me go back to that. We don't want whipped cream. All right. Hold on. I'm almost finished here. Almost finished here. We're good. Okay, let's get back to answering some questions here. All right. Once I get denied for a claim for no service connection, if I go back and get the information, will I lose my intent to file date? No. Okay. You weren't denied for not being service connected. That was the end result. You're not service connected. You're denied. Those are the same. You're saying the same thing twice. So I would figure out why you were denied in the first place. Okay. Within that 1 year window, you submit a supplemental claim. In most cases, you'll retain your original intent to file. The VA might not get that right, so be on top of it. But there are some things to consider, like if your diagnosis changes, depending on what you claim. There's a few other factors there, but for the most part, you should retain your intent to file if it's within 1 year window. I received 100% PNT a few weeks ago. Just want to say your videos were a big help. Nathan, awesome, dude. Awesome. Yeah, and what Kish said, no diagnosis. No diagnosis, no claim. It's like as if it didn't exist. So and that matters when it comes to back-pay stuff. But hey, Nathan, congrats, dude. Just sent email today. Mark, awesome. All right. I'll answer it tonight. So, all right, Bobby. With your help, I've recently got PNT. Thanks for all you do. Hey, this is. Oh, hold on. I forgot something. So we do this. We celebrate when we have PNTers. All right, Bobby, what's up? Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Appreciate that. Yeah, people talk a lot of crap, but push comes to shove. I think we do a pretty good job over here. Thinking about sending my earlier effective date to HLR denial due to the VBA per my lawyer's advice. Still, since I'm not looking for increases further, currently PNT. Yes. Okay. So first off, your lawyer knows more about your situation than I do, so I'm not going to go against them. However, there's some things you need to understand that once the DRO, decision review officer, once you're in the DRO wheelhouse, you're in it, okay? And so if they find an error in a previous claim and that would result in you not being PNT, like you're in it, okay? And with that said, like your lawyer knows your situation more than I do. That makes me feel pretty safe. And then we're also talking about how much money of the effective date is on the table. Because if it's like, $1,000 or $2,000, if we're talking $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, I mean, that's something that you got to decide. Okay. How much bang for your buck are you willing to rock there? Charles Peterson, how's it going? Michael Jefferson, thank you for being a member. I appreciate that. Clay, can you do a deep dive video on SMC L through R, especially how step increases work? Yeah, so you're looking at like bumps in your steps there. I did a video recently on that, looking at a case from last year. When it comes to people say case law, the VA doesn't care about that, okay? Not even a little bit. It takes forever to have CFR changes. Like that's when they care. And so if that's what you're referring to, first, I would ask if you were denied step increases. If that's the case in your PNT, which I assume is the case, 100% I would lawyer up. Like the lawyer route is the way I would go. So yes, I'll do a video on that here at some point. But what can you do right now? I would start looking at lawyering up if you're looking at bump increases, half step increases, excuse me. I have x-rays from my right hip and way higher than my left hip. Yeah, so that's going back to your Nexus letter question. All that stuff is current diagnosis, current symptoms, which is great. Okay. The Nexus is only as good as your evidence. So as far as your evidence for current symptoms and current diagnosis, I'm assuming is there. Got it. That's not like the Nexus is going to use that, but you're still missing the information to make the Nexus itself. How is your current diagnosis, current symptoms linked to service? Is it direct? If that's the case, you need evidence from direct. Is it secondary? If that's the case, you're going to need evidence linking it secondary. I don't think that's the case because you're asking for more evidence on your Nexus. Is it aggravation? Like, what are we talking about? Right. So I assume it's direct, especially if we're talking about musculoskeletal, which I'm not a big fan of musculoskeletal secondaries to other musculoskeletal, but it does happen. It's just not as easy as YouTube says it is. Once you put in a BDD claim, can you add more claims after? Within that BDD window, sure. Once you're past that 89 days or fewer, it's like golf, right? you're just going to wait it out until you become a real veteran. And then you're in the poop hole with the rest of us. Ideally, you should submit one BDD claim, and it should be holistic. Aid in attendance requirements for SMC. Yeah, I mean, aid in attendance is aid in attendance, right? And if you are on the L and up, you would think the trek is a little easier. Recently got out a month ago. Congrats. Congrats on the next chapter. Welcome to veteran life. It sucks over here. I uploaded everything, including all my medical records I had from MHS Genesis. The word on the street is Genesis is awesome when it comes to claims, as well as outside clinical summary from a psych eval. I see another one of your questions here. All the information provided, and yet they put it as unspecified PTSD. Doesn't matter. Okay. I just did a video on non-combat related PTSD. People get so focused on the diagnosis portion or the diagnostic code of how the VBA rates it. It does not matter. It's completely irrelevant. All right. It could say rainbow poopy butt. And if how long as it's in the general rating formula for mental health, I don't care. All right. So don't get so focused on unspecified PTSD or unspecified stressor disorder, whatever. It's all the same. Anxiety, depression, insomnia, PTSD, non-combat PTSD, stressor related, unspecified stressor, all that stuff, same. Did I skip? Yes. Marcella, thank you for being a member. I appreciate that. I'm doing okay. All right. I'm doing okay. At some point, I need to take my nighttime medicine. Once I do that, I'm going to sleep. It'll knock me out. So, but I have a meeting at 9 Eastern. So I want to do something. Flynn Howard, thank you for being a member. I appreciate that. What's a good VA calculator to use? I always use DAV calculator. I was a big Hill and Potton calculator fan until I saw DAV calculator. I'm going to come back to this, Flynn, okay? Because I have to address this. J. Brew, whoa, dude, thank you very much. Granted 100% PNT. Congrats to you. Thanks to you in the Discord. Listen, the Discord is awesome, all right? We got Kish in there. Kish is the man. Way smarter than me. All right. Ask him questions. He'll give you an answer. Evidence and education took me from 50% to 100 on the first try in 3 months. I can't thank you enough, but I'll start with dinner on me. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you. With DoorDash, that's about right. One meal. So thank you, J. Brew. I definitely appreciate that. For real. My family thanks you. I thank you. It means a lot. And I'm glad that we were able to be a part of your journey there. Now, let me pull up this calculator for you, okay? I'll just show you which one I prefer. I'll link it in the chat, too. How do I get it to where it was like... I like that much better. I'm going to start using this one. Okay. I didn't even know I had that as an option. DAV calculator. This is the one that I prefer. You can do all the additional stuff down below. That I don't really care about. But when you click something, like let's see, you have sleep apnea at 50, mental health at 70, migraines at 10, and you have back at 20, and then you have left leg radiculopathy at 10, right leg radiculopathy. You can choose the stuff here, right? If you have pes planus at 50%, bilateral lower, right? You can go ahead and it'll do all that stuff for you. That's what I use. I'll link that in the chat for you. I think they have the easiest one. DAV calculator. approach. But that's what I use personally. Just because it's easy. All right. Dude, I'm still stoked about this super chat, J Brew. That's awesome. J Brew. Appreciate it, dude. Okay. I was diagnosed with bruxism in service. Chester Williams, thank you for being a member. I have since been diagnosed with TMJ. My claim was denied, and I have read the decision letter 20 times, and I can't understand why. Chester, you're a member. There's no way I can read your decision letter on a live right now, but you are a member. If you're not on Discord, you should be. You'll find it in the pinned chat here on the live. Join Discord, link your account, okay? Link your account, and you'll have the ability to really dive into the reason for denial. All right. I can give you my 2 cents right now. Bruxism isn't TMJ. That's one. Diagnosis comes into, you've been diagnosed with TMJ, and so your in-service records, the CMP examiner may have opined that your dental complaints of bruxism does not translate well to TMJ. If that's the case, that's a pretty tough denial to fight, by the way. That's my guess, but link your account, do all that stuff, and we can really dive into the so what of that. All right, Styles, greetings, fellow veterans. Michael Lethwich, you're next, but we have a super chat. DK Guns, thank you for being a member. Also, the last live we did, you donated, so I definitely appreciate that, dude. If I'm 100% PNT, can I schedule an appointment at Rapids on a base to get a DoD ID? Man, I haven't looked at DoD ID requirements. You don't really need a DoD ID at all, because you can get your 100% PNT ID. You can do it online, much faster, by the way. Get a VA ID, and you have access to everything. That's what I would do. But if you want a DoD ID, sure, go for it. But the VA ID, it's easier. You can do it online, just as good. We have another super chat. Okay. Thank you, Marcella, being a member and donated. This is a twofer. Don't donate again. I will find your chat somewhere. Okay, I see it. You say, let me just tag it real quick so I don't lose it. Okay. Any advice when filing migraines secondary to mental health? My VSO said she's been seeing denial, saying there's not enough evidence to support. So, okay, I'll read the part 2. I haven't read it yet. I will say this. One of my pet peeves with VSOs is they step in a role and try to adjudicate claims when that's not their role. Okay? That's not their role whatsoever. Their role is to submit your claims, preferably with evidence. Really, the role is just to submit claims. But 2, yes, there's a ton of outside evidence. Okay, I still want you to have evidence that's personalized to you and through your healthcare team. But especially on the PTSD anxiety side, migraines is not just kind of common, it's very common. All right, here's part 2. Migraines are the main reason why I've been on SSRIs for years, and now sumatriptan. Migraines are one of my anxiety manifests, and I always mention that to my doctor. Yes, listen. In a very nice way, I'm telling you to ignore your VSO because they either don't know what they're talking about, and or they're trying to adjudicate a claim when it's not their role. You have the evidence. You have the personalized evidence, which is what I would prefer anyways. I would submit the claim. And depending on, like if you got 50%, if that would push you to 100% P&T, a Nexus letter wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay. So I hope that helps, Marcella. The People's Niners. Thank you very much. I got denied for plantar fasciitis, but having my in-service record both feet, I'm 80%. Will that take me to 100? You donated, so we will answer this in full. Okay, let me pull up the internet here. You're 80%. Hold on, I'm going to use my new one. You're 80%. I don't know what you're 80% for. Let's just get this thing to 84% and give you like the highest possibility here. That's 85. I don't want 85. Let's just do a bunch of 10s. Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever. 83. Plantar fasciitis is 0, 10, 30. You know what? I don't even know why I'm trying to do it from memory. Let me just go to the Googles. Gonna Google will help us out. Plantar fasciitis, 30 CFR, ECFR. Plantar. That's ankylosis. The foot. 30, 2010. It was the thing. Okay. So first off, plantar fasciitis is weird where there's a treatment aspect to it, and it's a failure of treatment. One. So if you aren't on top of your treatment plan, not even in the realm of possibility. Okay. So 10's most common. But let's just say it's both feet, and let's just say it's that, and you have an 83%, which is a high 80. The answer is no, and it's not even close. Okay. And if you have a low 80, like 76, the answer is double no, not even close. Hope that helps. You might want to email evidence-based, or you might want to email vaclaims@ebvaclaims.com. You'll see that in the pin chat. Gary Shrev, thank you very much. I answered a previous chat. I don't think you have a newer one. If you do, just throw it down below and I'll catch it in the new chats. But I thank you very much for that. And you remember, awesome. Thank you. And we have Danny and Hyatt. Think I butchered that, I know. Seriously, dude. Thank you very much. The DoorDasher is on his way. All right. Whoa. Sorry, I need to do this first. Thank you, Danny. Okay. Woke up to a decision letter that said there was a queue, and I got my effective date rolled back to March 22 instead of August of 2024. It sounds like a PACT Act related claim to me. Yeah, very common, dude. Congrats. That's awesome. So good. That's all good news. All good news there. Okay, but it's probably a related claim there that they kind of just threw under August. And I'm totally have no idea if that's the case or not, but maybe. The People's Niners, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Okay. Now, we did have someone who was next that totally got butchered there because we had a lot of super chats. Thank you very much for that. Michael Leftwich. Have you seen obstructive sleep apnea secondary to chronic hypertension as obesity as intermediate step? Sleep apnea to obesity? Yes. Okay. Sleep apnea to obesity. Whether your obesity stemmed from whatever else, doesn't matter. Your obesity is either either viewed as service connected or not. Okay. Obesity and sleep apnea are like a melted grilled cheese, right? They are together for real, together forever. In fact, if you are obese and it's not addressed, you're likely to see a denial for that reason. New member, John Livingston. Thank you for joining the channel here. Make sure you have Discord. Join our server. You'll find steps to link your account. It's essentially a 24/7 live Q&A there. With Kish. Kish is the man. Okay? If he can't do it, no one can. Yeah, and I'm of the same opinion, Kish, with the hypertension. So I wanted to stress that obesity is either connected or it's not. I lost my spot. Let me just find it real quick. Okay. I have a CMP exam coming for TBI. The event happened while I was in the Army, and I was treated at the hospital. Coincidentally, where I worked, I was a combat medic assigned there. I'm trying to like figure out what your question would be. I don't really see any. But if you have the evidence of head trauma, right, of TBI or residuals of TBI, sounds like a good claim. Do I watch Raider HQ? I absolutely do. I'll give him a shout out. Let me go to the YouTubes real quick. Do I watch Raider HQ? Do I live under a rock? I like the After Dark thing, you know, because it's like, ooh, is it a spicy channel? It's not. It's a VA channel. I'm just saying. Raider HQ is After Dark. Solid resource. Give him a watch, dude. He knows what he's talking about. I can tell you, I'm not trying to say this in a derogatory way, but there's a lot of people on the internet that say a lot of things and are really good at answering the easy questions. Like, make sure you have your intent to file. Make sure you appeal within 1 year, right? Those are like Facebook level questions. There are very few people who know what they're talking about and don't suck. Raider HQ is one of them. Okay, we have another member that joined, Joe Smith. Thank you very much. Seriously, I appreciate it. Make sure you join Discord. Okay, absolutely make sure you join the Discord. The party in there, 24/7 Q&A with Kishkin himself. I always say Kish. I don't even know why I started that, but it's Kishkin. Now I can't not say Kish. So thank you, Kish. He's also a moderator. You'll see him up here. I'll answer your question too, Joe Smith. I saw it as you put it down here. Let me make sure I didn't miss Gary's. No? Okay. Give me a second, Joe. Hey, Clay, I got a difference of opinion on my HLR. Now I got a CMP for medical opinion for my right ankle, second to my left ankle. Is this good? And any advice? Regular CMP exam, okay? Difference of opinion, it can be either or, essentially, okay? I'm going to go ahead and just put you at ease and assume favorable. There's a few other questions I would have to have answered to give you a better answer than that. It's either or, okay? But the good thing is it's not both. It's one or the other. Hope that makes sense. Okay. Let's go to, still stoked about Jay Brew's donation here. Okay. Oh, we were doing Joe Smith's chat. I'm gonna pull someone else's chat up and then I'll just read yours right here. Joe says, I have a Nexus letter from personal psychologist and DBQ. What would that level have to come back as for 100%? I'm gonna pull it up because I don't want this to be confusing. I have a Nexus letter from a personal psychologist and DBQ. What would that level have to come back as for 100%? Total social and occupational impairment. You'll see it right there on the, don't worry about it, Kish. Don't worry about it at all. I didn't see the first part, Joe, but I do now. Don't worry about that. Okay. Previous to this, Joe says, I have a question. I'm currently 60% overall rating for tinnitus and sleep apnea. I have just gone through my CMP exam for PTSD. Okay. Let's do some education. All right. It's educating time. So first off, let's go back to DAV calculator. You have sleep apnea at 50 max, and you have tinnitus at 10. You're just at 60%. Okay. If you look on your mental health DBQ, I forgot what section it is. There's 6 bullets about total or occupational and social impairment. The very bottom one says total occupation social impairment. That would be 100%. Okay. The odds are that's not you. I totally have no idea who you are or your symptoms, so I'm just guessing. But the odds are that is not you. The next highest is 70. And so that would put you at 87%, rated at 90. Obviously, a single rating at 100 would put you at 100. Okay. So if you get 70, you'd be at 90%. If you have 50, you'd be at 80%. 30 would put you at 68. And then there's also a 10% rating for mental health. Not really common. That's what that would look like. Joe, my question to you would be, it seems like you're doing string of claims, like, ooh, I can submit that. Ooh, I can submit that. I would stop, look at your entire claim situation, and submit everything at once. Get all your evidence ready, submit everything at once. That's what I would do. So thank you for becoming a member. I definitely appreciate that very much. We have another super chat. VBSS team 66. What, like visit board search and siege? Was that like recon team 6? That was a joke, by the way. I don't see a question from you. If you have one, just throw it, copy paste it, or retype it below so I can catch it on the new chat, VBSS team, and then we can answer your question, okay? I definitely want to answer your question, though. But it's very difficult. To do that. Tim Morse is Rainbow Poopy Butt 6 trademarked. Yeah. No, it's not. Thank you for being a member, though. I appreciate that. Yeah, congrats, Bobby. Thank you for being a member. Yes, you can get DOD. Yep, got it. Is that where we stopped? That's totally not where we stopped. I prefer to go in order. Okay, sorry. Tori, for a BDD claim, Rainbow 6 Poopy Butt t-shirts win. That'd be a good t-shirt. For BDD claim, do we receive a rating percent before the retirement date or the date of retirement? Yeah, neither. Theoretically speaking, it's supposed to be one day you get out of service and you have a DOD check. The next day you start receiving your VA benefits. That's like the intention behind it. That doesn't happen. I've seen BDD claims come back 15 days after service. I've also seen BDD claims come back 6 months plus. I can tell you right now, with overtime this fiscal year being out the booty hole, it's probably going to be sooner rather than later. Okay. And VBSS, I see your chat now. Oh, and look, you were next up. Okay, what's up? Anyways, your question says, I'm reapplying for PCAFC due to not qualified on 100% PNT. What percentages become eligible? VA program of family caregiver. You have the requirements. Meeting the requirements, not an issue. Being approved for caregiver, totally something else. Okay, so it's not your disability rating that you're looking at, if that makes sense. I'm just making sure no one is saying anything crazy in the chat real quick. Okay. Eligibility. You're a spouse, son, daughter, or parent, step family member of extended family of the veteran. You live full-time with the veteran for a caregiver. The veteran has a disability rating of 7% or higher. So you're good as far as eligibility is concerned. Your dependent, I should say. A veteran was discharged, needs at least 6 months of continuous in-person personal care, and you use VA healthcare. Let me link. I know you are already tracking this, but I'll at least link it to you. But are you eligible? Yes. And when I say you, I mean your dependent, right? Your caregiver, I should say. There. Okay. We're back. We are back. Did I miss anything? No. Listen, I will be right back. My DoorDash order, my chocolate milkshake just got here. Yeah, VBSS team, you're good then. I'm going to go get my DoorDash order. Okay. Like the stream, do all that stuff. Give me 2 minutes. Okay. Did I drop any? No. Okay, I didn't drop any viewers. Nice. Thank you. Thank you for not leaving. I appreciate it. Stairs are my enemy, dude. Okay, can you explain super PACT site? Like Fort McClellan and how connect conditions. Okay. It's not just that specific place. This goes for everywhere. There's no legislation specific to McClellan. Okay. Goes for everywhere. If you are exposed to something in service and that exposure has led to a chronic diagnosis, and the diagnosis is linked back to your exposure, submit the claim. That's it. That's it. Okay? If you're looking for presumptive stuff for that, you ain't going to find it. Boy, dude. That's good. Yeah. That goes for all exposure. Any and all exposure. Don't care what it is. Presumptive, no. Exposure, yes. Exposure is nothing. Like, you can't claim exposure from Fort McClellan. You got to have a diagnosis. I don't know why that happened to my straw there. I'm totally going to eat on stream. I'm sorry if that makes you butt hurt. But dude, my wife isn't here. I haven't ate all day. I'm starving. Okay. I can't function without her. I have the DBQ. It looks very intensive. Yeah. Especially for mental health. Final supplemental claim, 5 of them. Do they all have to be adjudicated before the claim decision is sent, or can the VA? They can be, some decisions can be deferred. Okay. Depends on evidence gathering time, claims processing time, what that looks like, the caseload. Okay. So if it's deferred, this is a non-issue. You have no control over it. Okay, I'm trying to like set up. I'm eating. So. All right. Good evening. How's it going? What's up? I'm at a true 94. That is really awesome to hear, and it really sucks because you're close, but yet so far away. I am going in a CMP exam for a new claim for allergic rhinitis, to which I'm presumptive. What tip do you have? Nothing. Some exams have no tips. This is one of them. It's presumptive. I'm assuming you have a diagnosis. So that's not the issue. The issue is, do you rate 10% or not? And rhinitis is one of those claims where it's not a guess or subjective. It's going to be clear, especially with your diagnosis. So that's an easy one. Yeah, I love Arby's, dude. Denied 8 attendance 3 times. Doctor not being descriptive SMC requirements. Yeah. Hey, when it comes to SMCs and you're in that P&T status, if you want to go down that route and you're denied, lawyer up. That is the correct answer. There's no good way to eat a beef and cheddar, so. Frank, you had to go away. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. I will be using GammaCore twice this evening. Okay. I'll do it on stream. And also take a preventative medication every night that knocks me out, dude. Yep. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. About to submit a supplemental for sleep apnea that was denied in March. I have 2 buddy statements and 1 lay. Second to service-connected back injury. Sleep apnea secondary to back. Diagnose obesity as an I don't care how obesity is connected as an intermediate step. Once it is, it is. Okay. And obesity is a very strong connection with sleep apnea. In fact, if it wasn't connected, it would probably be used as a reason for denial from a CMP examiner. I don't want to think about the war anymore. I've had like 6 therapists. It's not helping. I wish Ramadi never happened. Yeah, dude. The OG Iraq days were different. That's before my time. But healthcare is important. Remember that. I have back 40%. I'm going to assume that's lower. Radiculopathy left at 10, right at 20. Headaches, but VA doctor refuses to say my back is the cause. This is prevent getting a rating. Doesn't prevent you from getting a rating. Okay. I'm not saying back can't cause migraines. I have no position to say that. Usually we see the cervical spine, your neck, your upper back, leading to cervical headaches. If your back is causing your headaches, just make sure you keep complaining. I would do a secure message to really get your complaints in there, documented them. I would also look at competing evidence. Is there anything, people get migraines because they never drink water. And so why are they hesitant? Comes to mind. Not saying that's you, just saying these are maybe his thoughts. I'm already service connected for migraines, tinnitus, and vertigo, 60%. Okay. Awesome. Take something to take care. Oh, yeah. I will for sure. Nice. Gamma chord's great, Douglas. I caught that. I'm trying to eat quick so I can get back to doing stream stuff. One question, one bite. That's what we'll do. Recently, after 15 years at 80%, I was lucky and have great insurance. So I have all my own doctors. Awesome. How could I still see my doctors and get reimbursed? You're not. What you can do if you have dual insurance, or not dual insurance, insurance and VA, is beginning of the year, CVA for everything. That'll tack away your deductible. And then once your deductible is paid, then you can go to private insurance, right? That's kind of like a trick of the trade for those who have insurance on top of VA. I don't. I only use VA. My family has insurance, but I'm not on it. Okay, blame my wife for eating. Waving from Texas? What's up? Evidence-based chain of weight gain from injury, military medical evidence trying to lose. No. If you are, let me just say it like this. Okay. I'm going to say it like this because for some reason there's a lot of obesity, sleep apnea questions today. If you're obese, if you're big boned, if you're there, if your BMI, I think it's 32 plus, you're a big boy, big girl, you're fat. Okay. Let's just be real. If you're looking at sleep apnea, if you can connect your weight gain to service somehow, some way, when I say connect, I mean via intermediate step, okay, your path to sleep apnea is much easier. In fact, if you don't do it, I would argue that's going to be a highly likely cause for a CMP examiner to give you a less likely as not. And essentially, in your decision letter, and I've seen it before, they use a lot of big words to say, bro, you're fat. That's where it stems from. Okay. Paraphrased. Question, that means bite. Yeah, Arby's is where it's at. I like the way you eat. Thanks. Okay. Do injuries sustained in paratrooper training count as combat injuries? So I'm gonna assume you're talking about CRSC, the hazard pay, not hazard pay, jump pay, whatever it is you guys call it. Yes, not in the sense of combat injuries, in the sense of CRSC, yes, right? Because it's a hazardous duty. There's specific verbiage. It's something along those lines. But to answer your question, it's yes. Can I claim migraines secondary to rhinitis or migraines an assumed symptom? No, you can claim. So first, you can claim anything secondary to anything else. Okay? Anything secondary to anything else. That's not the issue. Can you claim it? Yes. The question is, what's your evidence? Or is your rhinitis causing your migraines or aggravating your migraines? If that's the case, does your evidence reflect? Have you complained about your rhinitis and the need for nasal spray because you have migraines? And when your rhinitis flares up, how bad is your rhinitis? Are we talking polyps? Is it like 30%? Or is it a 0% rhinitis rating, right? Like that's a huge factor there. Answer the question means you can take a bite. Instrumentalities of war. Thank you, Guy Tate. Yes. All the hazard stuff does. Most CRSC claims are from wings. My CMP exam's coming up for sleep apnea. What should I expect? Nothing. Some CMP exams are straightforward. That's one of them. Yeah. That makes sense. VBS team. Got it. Okay. Sorry, Scotty. Sleep apnea claims are very straightforward, or CMP exams. You either have a sleep study already and a diagnosis, or you don't, or you need a new one. So that's step one. Step two is the opinion happens probably in the background, and that's it. That's it. If they don't get cash, depends on what we're talking about. Paratrooper training is not combat, but it's rated as CRSC as an instrument of war tool. Todd, I just want to let you know that you're stupid. Okay. Next. Flynn Howard. If I have service documentation of my right hip, but claim bilateral hips, is it hard to get both directly service connected if I've only seen from my right hip? COC denied me going to therapy. Okay. I see this a lot. I would be curious as to what your evidence in service does say. If it's specifically your right hip, one. I'm assuming that's the case because that's what it is. I'm saying that because a lot of veterans make that assumption when it's common for us to be like, man, my knees hurt. Man, my hips hurt, right? And just be more general. One. How hard is it to get both service connected? Totally depends on what we're talking about here. What was the injury? What type of surrounding evidence from that in-service event that you have for your hips? I can't give you a straightforward answer on that. It depends on the nature of your evidence itself. Okay. How you worded this, it seems like the answer is no. But again, I'm going based off your comment, not the actual evidence. Thanks for providing us with more content and dedicating your time to us. I didn't know lives, ads on lives are side by side. Okay. I just figured that out. If a secondary is connected, an injury that's connected to not get better, will that secondary be right? Well, hold on. If a secondary injury, if a secondary is connected to an injury that's considered not to get better. Okay, got it. So once service connection is established, how it got service connected doesn't matter. Okay, it's completely irrelevant. Whether it's secondary, direct, doesn't matter. And so it's its own claim, right? It's its own claim. Your P&T. So I would say relax, chill. You're probably fine. You also are implying that a condition did get better. And if your evidence reflects that within the confines of what the VA can do, then expect the VA to follow the rules. Okay. Obviously, I don't know your situation. I'm just kind of insinuating based on your comment, but I assume you asked that question for that reason. I have been diagnosed for anxiety, depression, bipolar, and adjustment disorder, but denied for those claims. They are not in the appeal stage. Okay, question number one, why you were denied? It's not because of diagnosis. Okay. What's your evidence from service? I'm assuming you're claiming all those direct. Okay. What's your evidence from service? Just depends. Well, Todd, your most recent comment has nothing to do with you being stupid. You're stupid because you said something that was completely false in a manner to beat your chest. So what you said was stupid. In fact, saying that comment in that manner makes you stupid times two. Anyways, double stupid. Hi, new to the channel. JC, what's up? How's it going? I shouldn't call you stupid. That's mean. You're not as smart as others. All right. Had CMP exam today. Filed for IU. The examiner only asked one question about employment. Was more focused on the condition itself. Oh. I wouldn't say you should be worried. Like, that's not the answer that I would give. I don't think it's neither good nor bad. I have no idea what the nature of your claim. I use not technically a claim, but whatever. The nature of your evidence surrounding you being on IU or not. And so if that's the only plug hole they needed to fill, I wouldn't sweat it. Okay. So I read both, Buddy Light. I read the new upcoming chats just to make sure people don't say anything stupid. Got you again. And then I go in order to answer everyone's question. Okay. Thank you for being here the whole time, though. You got the first comment, by the way. First chat. I'll skip someone. Okay. Flynn, thanks for being a member. If you have all disabilities that static and reach 100% is yes. Yeah, P&T is something that's automatic. Tim Robertson, I watched your videos and was just awarded. Hold on. We have something for this. Was just awarded P&T with back pay to 2023. Nice. Okay. That's awesome. I do want to say something here before I'm going to preface it with this. everyone here can do whatever you want with your money because it's your money. However, veterans who receive VA disability compensation at PNT, especially who get significant back pay, my young self would advise you to pay off debt. Credit cards and cars. Okay, if you got those, pay them off. And with that said, also don't get yourself into more debt. Right? Not that I know anything. I know I'm a little boy here, but just saying. I've seen veterans make really bad decisions when they have like 40, 60, 80 grand hit their bank account. No. Truly appreciate you always making time to help others. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you, Bill. You're a member. You always comment on my videos. You always stay till the end. I appreciate that. We have a super chat from IK. Thank you very much. If you have a see, now I feel so bad, dude. Oh my gosh, why did you do that? Okay. Let me address IK first. I don't see a chat from you. I'm looking quickly. If you have a question, IK, please put it down in the new chat. I will definitely answer it. And now I kind of got to stick my foot in my mouth. So thank you, Todd. Okay. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate it. Trust me, I'm not upset at all. I was just having fun on live stream. My bad. Thank you. Not trying to offend my brother. I'm upset. My combat experience got me 80. Todd, I tell you this. Email me. Okay. Email our claims email, ebvaclaims.com. You're going to get a templated response. Ignore it. Answer the questionnaire part. Okay. I can at least give you my 2 cents on how you're rated, what you should go for. And if you want to use our service, we'll count your $100 towards it. If not, no harm, no sweat. The email will all be free stuff. So that's the least I could do. Okay. Email us though. Make sure you let me know that you're Todd from YouTube. Okay. You're going to get a templated response. I'll do my best to catch you before you do, but no promises. Okay. But I can at least give you my free 2 cents on your claim situation. I also have my fair share of pumps and deployments. So thank you, Todd. Yeah, man. Way to just get. My bad. That's what I get. I definitely deserve it. That's the second time today that happened. I said something on LinkedIn earlier I shouldn't have. And then it was blown out of proportion. Okay. I'm finished eating. Let's get back to answering questions and drinking my chocolate milkshake. Other than buddy letters, how can I best validate service connection for mental health issues related to witnessing trauma patients, non-combat as a medic back in the late 80s and early 90s? Yes, you're looking at stressors, unspecified stressor disorder, non-combat related PTSD stuff. Okay. I'm going to drop a video. I just talked about that in a video. Let me drop it. I'll drop a link for you real quick. It's going to show you the M21 TAC one on verified stressors. and what evidence you can use. Lay evidence is one of them, although it's not the best. That's my opinion. But you definitely want to check out the stressors here. Okay, I'm gonna put non-combat mental health claims, but really it's we're talking about stress-related stress disorder stuff specifically. Okay, Manuel, we'll come back to you in a second. Oh, I need to make sure we don't skip IK. We didn't. Thank you, IK. I appreciate it. Okay. TC says, what's the risk of going for increase before 5 years? Can a bad examiner get you reduced? That's a situational question. Blanket statement. Any time you increase a specific claim and it warrants a CMP exam, if you don't have any evidence that really backs up your current symptoms, meaning they've gotten worse or at a baseline, symptoms that would maintain your previous or current rating, if you don't have evidence backing that up, you're at the whim of that exam. So the answer is yes, which is why, like, I would call it a. I totally skipped you, Jamie Gonzalez. I apologize. I'll go back to that. I would call it a fully developed increase. That's not a real thing. It just implies that you have medical records that support your reason for submitting the increase, right? To answer your question, yes, but situational dependent. Jamie Gonzalez, long time fan of the channel. I appreciate that. Thank you for the hand claps there. High fives, I think. I don't know. I don't see a question from you, but if you have one, definitely drop it down below. I have the new chats up here. It's very hard for me to search for previous chats. Okay. Manuel. Does submitting more claims take longer to get a rating? The answer is not no. The answer is not no. Okay. I hired a lawyer hoping it would be faster. Doesn't work like that. You can have the world's best VSO, the world's best accredited attorney. You can have the world's best VA claim company like Evidence-Based VA Claims. Whoa, Guy Tate, thank you very much. And Todd received the gift. Awesome. You can have the world's best everyone in your corner, and it's not going to help your speed unless you're homeless or dying or above 85 or older. So the answer is no to your second implied question there. Guy Tate, 10 gifted memberships. We have Todd. I'm glad you got a membership there. You have 1 free month. Link your Discord account, okay? And you can ask Kish. He's a retired VA rater. All the questions you want. And this, if you ever want to spend a time to get properly rated, Todd, this month would be it, especially with your membership on our Discord, okay? 3,000 Degrees, Elvin Charlie, GC Jarhead, Amazing, OM, John No, James RV, Little Tucker. Yeah. The gifts are random too, how YouTube does it. It's kind of weird. So, Guy, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm balling out. Great chat. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So I can't give the gifts out. YouTube does it randomly, which is wild. That Todd was selected there, so it was meant to be, I suppose. Okay, Leroy Jenkins, hilarious name there. By the way, there's a game that comes out. I'm not a big gamer, all right? I played games way back in the day. I played Final Fantasy Tactics. That's like my favorite. It's being remastered September the 30th, and I am Very excited. Hidden costs, I will get to that one. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll pull it up here in a second. Should I trust when my VSO says, I confirmed your medical evidence for PTSD and it showed in your STRs? Yeah, there's no reason not to. I can tell you that if your VSO is looking in your service treatment records, that's probably a good VSO versus one who doesn't and just submits and forgets. So just on that alone, it's good. Jeff Whistler, thank you for being a member. I appreciate that. We'll come to the next chat, which is TS. But first, we have a super chat. Hi, Civ. What's your opinion about the church organization that was caught by DOJ, FBI bilking vets out of millions? I don't know what you're talking about. J Brew, yes, I absolutely will. Thank you for that. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look up exactly what you say. DOJ, FBI, found church making money off veterans. Can I get like a... Oh, this has to be it. FBI raids Georgia mansion of alleged cult accused from stealing veterans. That's not a church. Just the headline. Look, let me share my screen. I feel like I got to defend myself right now. Is that what you're talking about? Cult on MSN? There's Military Times. There's Fox News. Okay. I'll answer your question. What's my opinion about it? And I'm just going to skim this. I mean, they committed fraud. And it's alleged. Okay. They haven't been sentenced yet. So innocent until proven guilty. We hold that standard. But yeah, if the allegations hold up, I mean, I don't really have any thoughts about it. I want to know Church of Prayer. House of Prayer. Yeah. Screw them. That's what I think about it. Okay. Thank you for that. That was a different type of question. I appreciate that. Oh, let me make sure Jamie Gonzalez doesn't have a question. My wife is calling me. Can we put on speaker? Honey.
Hi.
Hey.
Somebody wants to say hello.
Oh, hold on. I'll put you on speaker. I thought you were going to say something funny. Okay. What's up? I'm streaming. That's because I'm streaming. Oh, hey, happy birthday. I don't want to say your name right now, but happy birthday. Can you explain to her why I don't want to say her name? Happy birthday. I hope you have a good day, okay? Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Love you. Bye. Love everyone. Bye. How long do submittal claims take? No one knows. No one on this planet can answer that question. I'm going to do a rapid response here. I have to do something. I have a meeting in 13 minutes. There's no way you did that again, dude. Chester will. Okay. Todd. Thank you. Okay. Wow. To my previous offer, count that towards it as well. If you use our service, $200. We'll just call it $400 off. How about that? Want to apologize for my veteran vets. Your rating is your rating. Dude, you are 100%. 100%. Okay. Okay. You are 100%. Okay. No apology needed. Yeah, but hey, I'll give, if you go with our service, I can help you get properly rated. I'll take $400 off. That's double that. And then you also have the 1 month membership with CIVDIV, Discord, and then you'll get a free month of VeteranAI too. So I don't know what else you want me to do. I'll have Kish be your coach, retired VA rater, to be your coach as well. Assuming you go through with our service. Yeah. No, he's apologizing, Felix, because I said something I definitely should not have said. And now it's biting me in the butt really big right now, live on YouTube. But thank you, Todd. I definitely appreciate that. That's twice, dude. But hey, the offer's there. Okay, the offer stands. I'm going to open up my email. It'd be better if you email me sooner rather than later because I'm going to have it open. But yeah, I'm going to do rapid fire here. I got 10, let's call it 8 minutes. Okay. Okay. I2 currently at 90, several ER visits. ER visits is great evidence. Okay. Gallbladder removal is not going to award you the rating that you're hoping for 100%. Just rapid response here. What are good certificates to get with VRNE? Ones that will get you a good job that align with things you want to do in life. Cybersecurity would be a good one, or offensive cyber. Security, defense, offensive cyber. 3 different things. That's what I would do. But that's because I would enjoy that. 2 years PTSD 50. Now the symptoms are worse. Can I use same Nexus? So Nexus doesn't matter. You're already service connected. You simply submit the increase. You do not need a Nexus letter. Do not pay for a Nexus letter. If that 70% for mental health would bump you to 100 overall, I would think that would justify a private DBQ. But other than that, that's it. That's all I would do. Okay. We have another chat here from VBSS Team 66. Do VSOs have power of attorney over our VA claims? Yes. If you sign the 2122, that's what it's for. I have, let me show you a gem here. Full disclosure, I'm not a VSO. A couple years back, I volunteered to help VSOs. Okay. So you'll see my name, Del K. Graham, Veteran Foundation. I use them as my VS. I did everything myself because I'm me. I have the ability to do that. But I signed a 2122 with them because I was affiliated with them. And even now, for my post 9/11 and Montgomery GI Bill benefit stuff, they are still informed. So once you have a POA, it's there forever until you tell the VA no more, or you get a new one. Yeah. If you supported this channel back in the Del K. Graham Veteran Foundation days, let me know. Okay, because that's some OG stuff. That's like when I first started. Who does the best Nexus letters? That's American Medical Experts in the description. If they weren't the best and the fastest, I wouldn't partner with them. Okay, board certified. Time frame for IU, no one knows. No one can answer time frame questions ever. Doesn't matter who they are. Okay, rapid response. We're back on track. Change my screen. No, that's funny. Nice. It's okay. Army recently got rid of red tape. Complete. Okay. Big Blue Nation. That's right. Can IBS be presumptive? Pseudo presumptive, MUCMI. The answer is yes/no. Just depends. It's a much longer answer than that, but that's the. Do you look over stuff even when we aren't a member? Do we have to be a member? Anyone can join the Discord. You'll figure it out once you join the Discord, so make sure you do that. Members have member-only access, and so we prioritize members, obviously. But you'll see non-member questions get answered too. If you want a full-on one-on-one and you want like an hour of attention, that's not going to happen. Yep, answer all emails. Thank you. I'm trying to find a question here. Let's go down. I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom to the live chat and answer people's new questions the next 5 minutes, okay? I'm going to go, let me start right here. So if you have a question and you're on right now, put it in because I'm going to answer it. Just denied sleep apnea, filed secondary under mental health, mental disabilities, just service connected for CAD. Can I file secondary sleep apnea under that? Why were you denied sleep apnea? One, is it because you're obese? If that's the case, you got to address that. So you have to figure out why you were denied and then combat that reason. That's it. You weren't denied because of your CAD, okay? So that's not the right answer. I'll email you now. Yes, thank you. Best claim company to use. Pfft. Guy, evidence-based VA claims. Right here. That's the best company to use. What you talking about, Willis? All right, submitting supplemental apnea after this live. Okay, good luck to you. Missed your reply, but if a veteran had a SI event, what is that? Sexual incident, serious illness, suicide. Can someone tell me what SI means? Regardless of what it means, if something happened in service and you now have a current chronic diagnosis of that thing that stemmed from service, the answer is yes, you can claim it. Don't care what it is. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? I'm still going to answer questions because I have a meeting in 4 minutes. Okay, we answered that. American Medical Experts, no one knows. Chocolate shakes are the bomb. Would VA doc be able to diagnose me? Yes, they could. Gallbladder can be secondary. Probably looking at removal of organ or the channel. Thank you. How effective are Barty statements? Effective, yes. To the in lieu of medical evidence, no. Okay. Oh gosh. Dang, I wish I could afford your service. Hey, shoot us an email. Let me know that the payment is a issue on a case-by-case basis. We have something else. We don't advertise it, okay? But a case-by-case basis. Thanks for helping me submit my claim. So winning a response. Hey, awesome. Injuries that became aggravated from reserve service, a valid claim. Yes. How does your service work? Shoot us an email and find out. 30% HLR. Okay. SI. Someone says suicidal ideation, maybe. Yeah. Can VA secondary service connect combined ratings in order to not grant additional ratings? Restless leg syndrome is going to be roped into mental health. Do you think it's all okay to use outside medical companies since that's what happened to Veteran Guardian? Yes. There's nothing wrong with medical service providers. The issue is when claim companies insert themselves into that process. Pie High Marine, what's up? Thank you for the gifted membership. Who got it? Patrick Dilworth. Hilarious name. EOD&E, can VA switch secondary service connected to combine? Oh, we already answered that. Got it. Do you think so? Okay, we got that one too. Thanks for all you do. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. I remember when you were with Del K. Graham. USMC Big B, you are an OG member. Trust me, I remember you. Don't worry. You used to donate $17.75 a lot. Don't do it now. Okay, you've done it way too many times. Does VSO? I'm sorry. Major such as death. Any correspondence that you receive, they will receive. Anything from the VA. I need your help. I don't have the funds. Hey, email me. Let me know that's you, and I'll tell you what we offer. Okay, because we understand what's. Just let me know in an email. Okay. Guys, I gotta go. I have a meeting. Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Later.